Betsy Woodruff is here with me. She's a political reporter for the Daily Beast and has been covering this throughout. I've never seen Republicans at a Democratic convention give speeches, you know?
It's a little curious.
Well, it's more than curious. It's fascinating that that's the situation they're in.
Without a doubt. That said, I think an interesting counterpoint to that is the fact that Bernie Sanders supporters are so energetically and excitedly troublemaking at this convention. We have Republicans on stage, but Bernie backers storming the outsides of the arena and doing a sit-in in the media tent. There's kind of a weird and very acute tension in the Democratic Party. Do they reach out to Republicans at the expense of some of the very energetic base voters that Bernie brought in? And right now, given tonight's lineup, it looks like that might be what they're doing.
There's quite a push and pull going on because it was clear through the platform debates and every action that the Bernie supporters were trying to pull her left. Now, you could get the impression at least that she's being pulled right, and they're not going to like that. So it's like, is everybody going to end up angry here?
It's definitely plausible, yeah. I mean, and another interesting point here is that Tim Kaine, of course, has recently indicated he's going to come out in opposition to the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal. That, of course, is part of Hillary's outreach to Bernie Sanders supporters. Opposition to TPP was one of their central issues here. The arena is full of no TPP signs. That said, of course, they also have Republicans on stage. Michael Bloomberg, who the progressive left really loathes, has a starring role in the convention. So on the one hand, maybe they'll manage to make everyone happy. It seems more likely that lots of folks are going to be frustrated by the end of tonight.
Did you feel like last night unity was beginning to come to the place? Did you hear the boos?
Unity seemed to be coming in fits and starts.
Yeah.
The moment when Bernie Sanders read in Hillary Clinton as the nominee, it seemed like you had Bernie supporters crying, but also looking to support him, particularly in the Florida delegation. I spoke to some delegates who said, we're going to support Hillary because we trust Bernie and because we believe him. At the same time, though, as soon as Bernie was done talking, upwards of, my colleague told me, hundreds of Bernie supporters marched out of the arena, marched to the media tents, did a protracted sit-in.
Yeah, they just sat there for a long time.
It seemed to be having, fun for them. But unity is certainly not imminent.
There is this claim, and it's continuing, that the DNC is trying to silence their voices, and they don't seem happy about that. You actually see evidence of it.
Certainly, yeah. And I think whether or not the DNC is doing some sort of nefarious behind-the-scene plot to shut these folks up, right. But regardless, the fact that that perception exists is more evidence of the fact that these Sanders supporters are just really frustrated with the way this nomination has gone forward.
How much trouble internally for the Democrats is this Debbie Wasserman Schultz debacle?
It's a big mess. They're
Yeah.
lucky that she's sort of gotten pushed away from the headlines and that at least on stage the convention has been managed really well. But going forward, I mean, the DNC is kind of a big deal. They have to find somebody to right the ship there at what might be one of the most important months in this presidential contest thus far.
And that search, that coming together to try to figure out who it will be is happening while they're putting on this convention. So we talked about a kind of a shadow convention going on in Cleveland. There's that going on here, too.
It's not an enviable position for them to be in.
No, it isn't. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Have fun. Thanks.
Bye.